Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a video on the Lowsy channel, and today we are back, and as you can see in the title, we are doing a tier list on every team in the Premier League. I've actually been really excited to do this video because I think there'll be a lot of controversy, but let us know what you think in the comments. And before we get in the video, please remember you like, subscribe and comment. It really does help us out and I do appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So, as you can see, we've got a tier list right in front of you. We've got Dead Club, meh, okay, Way I Man, Good Club, and Unreal. Way I Man's just below good. I think it's in the middle of okay and good. I think, okay, Way I. And you've got Meh, like, don't really care about. Okay, yeah, they're an okay club. And Dead Club. Let me tell you now, I have got a Dead Club in here, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, so we're going to start in order because someone's nicely put it in order forward. Definitely wasn't me being sad with OCD, but yeah. We're going to start with Arsenal. I mean, they're an unreal club. Invincibles, won the Premier League. The only thing they haven't won is the Champions League. So, I mean, if you've won the Premier League, to me, you're an unreal club. And as I said, it's not just on what you've won, it's about, like, fan bases as well, and just, like, how big your club actually is, even if you haven't won much. But Arsenal, unreal club. We'll go to Bournemouth. They're a dead club. I mean, don't get us wrong. Bournemouth, the place, lovely people. But in terms of teams that are in the Premier League, well, some teams that are in the Premier League and teams that have been in the Premier League, like Leeds, Bournemouth are such a dead club compared to teams that are on in the Premier League. So, for me, sorry Bournemouth fans, lovely people, but you're in the dead club category, the worst category to be in. Next, we move on to Aston Villa. Only rivalry aside, because Newcastle and Villa have this thing going on. I don't actually mind Aston Villa. I quite like them. I just like their banter, but they're an unreal club, let's be honest. I think Newcastle and Aston Villa for me are the same type of club. And there is some lovely people from Birmingham as well, because that's where Villa is. Other than Gabby Abonglaho. Nah, I don't like Gabby. Gabby's just fucking... He's really good at getting bites out of people, which I quite enjoy watching. But yeah, Aston Villa, unreal club. And I'm just being honest, I'm not going to be trying to get clicks, and do stuff like that. I'm just being honest, and that's all I want to be. Next, we're going to Brentford. Yeah, again, Brentford are a dead club, aren't they? I mean, they came up, pretty much the first time in the Premier League. Well, it was the first time in the Premier League ever. I mean, I actually like Brentford. I would rather have other clubs in the Premier League than Brentford. But if Bournemouth were a dead club, then Brentford have to be a deader club. Just because Bournemouth have been in the Premier League for longer and had more stints in the Premier League. But they're both dead clubs, let's be honest. Next, we move on to Brighton now. So Brighton got promoted the same time as Newcastle, finishing second. Thanks to Jack Grealish making I think it was a Stockdale mistake, I believe. And Grealish scored when Newcastle won the championship. Brighton, I don't think they're a dead club. I actually quite like Brighton and I admire what they do. I think they're meh. Like, yeah. Lovely people as well. Lovely place yet again. I think it's very close to Bournemouth, but they're just a meh club for me. Next we move on to Chelsea. I mean, I hate to put them here just because I know what the fans are like, but let's be honest. Chelsea are an unreal club. Champions League winners multiple times. Premier League winner multiple times. They've won a lot. They've won the Club World Cup as well. Chelsea have to be in the unreal club category. Especially, I think they're the only club in London not to win they're the only club in London to win the Champions League. I take that back. So yeah, Chelsea, unreal club, fair play. Palace, tough one. I'm flirting between meh and okay. I feel like if I put them in okay, I don't know. I mean, nah, they're a meh club. I think I've got to put them with the rivals, Brighton. I have to. If I put them in okay, I think I'd regret it. I think they're maybe just above meh, but just below okay. So, Crystal Palace fall into that category for me. Yet again, probably lovely people from Palace. I've been to Palace way before. View was absolutely shocking, but they've got good fans. To be fair, they are loud, and I did enjoy the atmosphere at Palace Way, but they're a meh club. Everton, not looking at Everton in the league, not a great club now, but they're a good club. They've got some other fans are good fans, are proper fans. So Everton are a good club. They're not an unreal club. I think they're probably gonna fall down here in the near future. Is just the way I think it's Everton. But for me right now, it's still a good club just because there's a lot of struggles Everton are having. But we're moving on to Southampton. Being to Southampton before the Carabao Cup final that Newcastle got in 2023, I stayed there for a couple of days before I actually went to London. Beautiful place. Went to the stadium. It's actually at an industrial estate, which I never knew. But I like the stadium. I had a couple of laps around it. But they're a dead club. I mean, come on. Like, who cares if Southampton's in the league or not? Especially when they've got Barrett and Diaz. I don't want them in the Premier League. Nah, I'm joking. Barrett and Diaz was funny. Fulham. Fulham are away eye, man. In my opinion, Fulham are a decent club, and that's why I put them in the Geordie way eye man category. So they stay there for me. Because I do like Fulham. I think maybe they should drop to here. No. They're dropping to where they're staying at where I am, and I'm going to do that. But next we're moving on to Ipswich Town, the Tractor Boys. They're an okay club for me. I like Ipswich, so I think okay. I think a lot of people would have them down as male dead, but I've got a special connection with Ipswich, which I won't say why. But I do like Ipswich. It definitely wasn't because I was playing Football Manager and ended up winning the Premier League with them. It was not that okay. But yeah, let's move on to Leicester. Leicester, Premier League winners, FA Cup winners in the recent years, got relegated as well. I did say if you won the Premier League, I've got to put you as a unreal club. But I'm putting them as a good club, I'm sorry. I don't think they're in the category of some other clubs, even though they've got some magnificent achievements that some clubs that I'm going to put in unreal haven't got. Still a good club and still a great category to be in, and I've actually got family from Leicester, and I do really like Leicester. They've produced some absolute magical legends of the Premier League, as in the likes of Jamie Vardy, Riyad Mahrez, and N'Golo Kante's. They are a good club, so that's why I'm putting them in. Good club. Can I have a round of applause on that one, please? Thank you. Next, move on to Liverpool. Straight away, you find them in unreal club. What a brilliant footballing city. What a brilliant football club. Brilliant fans. Done everything there is to do. Produced one of the best managers we've ever seen in the Premier League with Jurgen Klopp. And they've had a really good start the season in real life with Arne Slot, who's just come and replaced Jurgen Klopp, who left. But they're in an unreal club, so I'm going to stick Liverpool there. Next, move on to Manchester City now. I think this one's interesting because they've won, what they're on now, like 8 Premier League titles or 7 Premier League titles. Because I know if they win this year, they've done 5 in a row. I think they've done 4. I think they're on 6 or 7 Premier League titles. If you've won 6 or 7 Premier League titles for me, you've got to be an unreal club. And I know there's, like you can see, there's lurking charges. They might have cheated the way there. I don't care. They're still, at the end of the day, they still won the Premier League title 7 times with Champions League, with also multiple League Cups as well. So I think they won the Club World Cup as well. They've got to be there. So Manchester City, unreal club. Next, Manchester United, probably the most iconic Premier League team. As much as I don't like to admit it, unreal club. So what's that now? We've got 6 teams in unreal clubs. So yeah, I'm gonna put them in unreal. Next, move on to my club, Newcastle United, unreal club, and I'm not just saying that because I support them. You see the fan base; it's 52,000 week in, week out. Like people say, we haven't won something like 55, 56, 57 years. I don't care. Look at some of the legends that we've produced, and we're in the Premier League at one of the most dominant points when Manchester United were on fire. Arsenal were great. We'll be back, as I said. We will win something. It's inevitable. What a takeover, and I know it's a lot harder to spend because of the financial rules in football now, because you've got your PSR, your FFP, so what's that, your profit and sustainability rules, your financial fair play. So it is a lot harder. However, I do think in maybe a year's time, or maybe at the end of the season, they might adjust the rules a bit, because I do think the PSR one, I think that's a bit harsh. I think FFP, financial fair play, I think fair enough, you can keep that, but I think the profit and sustainability is a bit unfair. I think it's an imaginary financial line that if your club's good enough to be sustainable, and you can, like, I just don't understand why you can't spend. But I'm sure the clubs have the reasons. But Newcastle, unreal club. Next, move on to Nottingham Forest, Champions League winners under the great Clough. So I'm going to put them in good club. They've been away from the Premier League for many, many, many years. Of course, a couple of years ago, came back up with Steve Cooper. They are a good club. As I said, the two little stars on the badge, I believe, represents have won 2 Champions Leagues. So I've got to put them in there. Next, we'll move on to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm not putting them in unreal, okay? I'm going to put them in as a good club because they are a good club. And I know they've got a brilliant fan base. They're in London. They've had great players like Harry Kane and things like that. When I think of iconic Premier League teams, I don't really think of Tottenham Hotspur. I never have. I know they have been a brilliant team in spells. Of course, reaching Champions League finals a couple of years ago. I think if they had won something in the last 5-6 years, then I would put them in unreal club. But I'm just not going to do that. Next, we've got West Ham United. Of course, recent European Conference winners. However, I don't feel that's a major tournament. If Newcastle took it, I'd celebrate it and I'd say fair play. But looking at some of the teams that play in the Conference League and things like that, I think I think West Ham are a good club. I do, but if I just don't think they've made the push to be an unreal club. But they've won something in years, and they've obviously gave the fans some beautiful memories. So fair play for them for that. And as I said earlier, when we touched on a few of these teams in good club, it's not a bad thing to be a good club, is it? But next we move on to Wolves. I think I'm gonna put Wolves in. Okay. That I'm gonna do. I'm gonna replace Ipswich in May for Brighton, and that is gonna be my tier list for Premier League clubs. So as you can see, I've got 7 teams in Unreal Club. We've got 5 teams in Good Club. We've got 1 in Way I Man, which is Fulham. We've got 2 in OK. We've got 1 in Meh. And we've got 3 in Dare Club. Actually, no. Wolves, Meh, Palace, OK. That's locked in. Let me know. You do this tier list as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can do this. Or just do it yourself and send it to us. And let me know what you think and what your tier list is. But because this is mine and I'm quite happy with it. I think I've did a good job. But if you like the video, please remember you like, subscribe and comment. If you want more videos like this, then tell us, because I do enjoy making them. Because it lets us think in my head, whoa, like, can I do this? And I'm like, oh, actually, I think of this. I change quite a bit as I've seen at the end of the video. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the very near future. Goodbye.